game by how well they shot it from three.
Shooting can always be a great equalizer. Shoot like that from outside really makes winning on the road a lot easier.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Michael Jordan is out there with Magic Johnson. And there's Malone. Then it's Bird. And it's Shaq in at center.
A beautiful pass that time from MJ.
Butler with the ball. He's picked up by Jordan. And it's Brooks in the corner. And no good. His first shot of the night missing. Chicago on defense. Here's Bird. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
It doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch, and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And guys, you don't think this fella can do some major damage if he gets an opening to the rim?
G8, they just learned that lesson the hard way. They better put a little bit more effort into their D the next time down.
Big time play at the basket right there, fellas.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Brooks kicks to Gibson. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Back to Brooks. Feeds it to Gasol. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
And, you know, guys, Taj Gibson now has 6 full seasons in the NBA. Already 30 years old. Seems like just yesterday. Oh, no. Bad time to slip up there, Kevin. They got to stay focused.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
One shot.
Getting back to Gibson, he was one of the oldest college freshmen in the country at age 21. Played 3 years at USC. Then he was one of the oldest players in the 2009 draft, even though he declared as a junior.
Yeah, I think the NBA is the only profession where it hurts you to have a lot of experience coming out, because that's one reason why he did drop. I mean, had he been a couple years younger, with his length and athleticism, he very well could have been a top 10 pick. But I tell you what, the Bulls are happy that he wasn't.
The Bulls have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Butler dishes to Gibson. Butler against Bird. Gasol setting the pick for Butler. It's blocked by Shaq. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Here's Gasol. 5 on the clock. And a miss there off the inbound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D. Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And so here is Chicago. It's a 3-point game.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that.
The drive by Malone. The shot misses. Great D that time from Gibson. O'Neal misses.
Typically, he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Down low, here's Jordan. Rebounded by McDermott.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Unloads from 13. And there's Gasol. That's good on the assist by Brooks. And it's 6 points for Pau Gasol.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot, taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, with a stroke like that and the height advantage as well, the mid-range J is almost a gimme.
Chicago trailing here. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. What did you find out, DB?
Kevin, he
said they simply cannot afford to be loose with the basketball today because the steals will pile up if you don't play heads up at all times against a team that has such great hands and terrific defensive awareness. You guys know they'll turn that the other direction awfully quickly. Kevin?
Terrific, Doris. Thanks. They put a lot of thought into how they're going to match up against the opposing defense, guys.
And so they should, because that's what it's going to take. This is such a tough D to break down. They're going to have to play a smart game offensively.
Well, there's no denying that. I mean, you're not going to get by on skill alone. I mean, you got to have the strategy and the skill working together.
Gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ball game. Bird right side lets the three fly. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist. Bird's got 10.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Certainly looks that way to me, partner. I mean, his energy level is ramped up. Yeah. I think he's been terrific right from the opening tip.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. And Chicago shooting quite well in these early minutes, 55%. Chicago was as strong as they would have hoped for last season at home in the United Center. A lot of big wins for them here.
Yeah, and despite all the injuries, they go 27-14 at home, and that helped to assure them of home court in the first round of the playoffs.
And stolen by Butler. He feeds it to Brooks. Dishes it to Gibson. Back to Brooks. Passes to Gasol. 8 feet away. It's blocked by Shaq. Malone kicks to Jordan. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Well, I tell you, he squeezed that orange as tight as he could before that throwdown.
Yeah, no way he was going to lose that thing on the way up. You're right, Clark.
And better safe than sorry on that one, guys.
You know, you look back on the Bulls' record last year with 27 home wins. That's pretty solid. Same exact total as they had the year before. They haven't gone below 500 at home since 2008.
And the dunk by O'Neal.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Outside Butler. Now the dish to Gibson. Gibson the screen. Brooks with no one around. No good on the triple.
And a big part of why the Bulls are tough at home is this crowd. I mean, sold out every game last season. Led the league in total attendance for 6 straight seasons, averaging over 21,000 fans per game.
Brooks can't get that one to fall.
I'll tell you what, the way he's been going this quarter, guys, they're going to need somebody else to pick up the slack.
Jordan kicks to Malone. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Clark, shots be falling. That's for sure. They're scoring with a tremendous amount of confidence.
You went straight playground old school there, partner. Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Here's Brooks. Great D that time from Bird.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
Chicago making some changes. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Gasol. Portis comes in for Taj Gibson. And Mirotic subbed in for McDermott. Portis, the pass to Brooks. To the left wing. Mirotic has a wide open look. And the Bulls with another miss. Well, what a season it was for Mirotic last year. Came on strong. starter for the Chicago Bulls. Continued to improve, effective in the playoffs. Really a joy to watch in his first year.
And interesting, so much hype going into the season was about Dougie McDermott.
Yes.
And whether or not he was going to be in the running for Rookie of the Year. It ended up being Mirotic. Most years, he could have walked away with that award.
There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter. Payton drives in. That's good. Payton's got his second basket of the night.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time. My goodness, he sure can get off the ground.
One of the best in the business for sure. You're right.
I tell you what, he is an imposing finisher around the rim. He makes it look a little too easy.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Brooks dishes to Noah. Another shot. And it's Butler missing. To the paint. Here's Bryant. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Now that's some hang time. Levitation, elevation. What a pretty double clutch move there.
Well, you can afford to get fancy on your way up. You've got to have that kind of space.
And space, Kevin, is what he had. The defense just a little bit Charmin tissue paper-like. I should say soft.
The basket's coming early. And the Gasol brothers, both starters in the All-Star game last season. It's the first time that's happened.
It's like a dream come true. It's hard to really picture it. I'm just proud to be Mark's brother, and I'm proud of what he's become as a basketball player and as a man.
Their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way two of them, sons of medical professionals in Spain, have become two of the best centers in the NBA of this era.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, when you remember what a raw talent and how big and bulky Marc Gasol was when he was drafted by the Lakers, who traded him to Memphis for his brother.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for Chicago right now, we've got Dunleavy. Noah is out there with Portis. Then it's Brooks. And it's Mirotic in at the 3, the small forward. Brooks with it. He's coming off a 16-point game against the 76ers in Philadelphia. Noah's shot is off.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it. Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Noah with a screen on Payton. Again, the miss by Brooks.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he'd shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
The free throw drops for Bryant. He hits both from the stripe.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Bulls trail by 10. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Dunleavy kicks to Brooks. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Shoots. Mirotic gets the bucket. Mirotic has got his first basket of the night.
He's got to be a little embarrassed for joining the Paratroopers club on that pump fake.
Payton passes to Robinson. He dishes it to Kemp. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And the offensively, they've been struggling. He just wants to get them back into a good flow and stop forcing shots.
Well, Greg, the misses started piling up. Things kind of snowballed on them in that regard. This is a good timeout to kind of calm his guys down and hit the reset button.
Pau Gasol's checked in for Chicago. Doug McDermott comes in for Mirotic. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Dunleavy dishes to Gasol. And Ewing with the block. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Gasol a screen. The feed now to Noah. 6 on the shot clock. Fades back.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up. Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Dunleavy, no luck. Good work defensively by Drexler. Watching Mike Dunleavy Jr., he's simply the mark of consistency. We know he's in his mid-30s, but you know exactly what you're going to get out of him every season. I think Tom Thibodeau, last year's Chicago coach, really admired that and loved it.
It's so funny watching Mike Dunleavy Jr. play. I remember when his dad coached me when I was with Portland, and he was a little kid running around, and all of a sudden he's become this great NBA player. But you're right, though. He's made himself into a valuable asset in terms of the role he's been given for the Bulls. Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist. Boy, they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Talking about Dunleavy, boy, I tell you, he was playing at a high level already by his second season in the league. Practically every statistic across the board matches up since then. And that's over a decade later.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, it's really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
McDermott kicks it to Noah. It's Brooks on the wing. Tries again. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Some changes for Chicago. Gibson comes in for Joakim Noah. And it's Butler in for Aaron Brooks.
And getting back to Dunleavy's consistency here in his later years, he's one of those guys who has really ramped up the nutrition. He's hitting the weight room. I could make the case that he was a tougher, better player last year, especially on defense, than at any other time in his career.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Yeah, but they've separated themselves, Clark, in a number of categories. Rebounds just being one of them.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit. To that one he had early.
And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Timeout for the Bulls.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And one thing about the NBA, there are a ton of siblings currently playing in the league. Some on the same team, some on opposing sides, but there must be over a half a dozen sets of siblings.
Pass to Gasol. And there's the foul. Goes on Taj Gibson. That's his first foul. Gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Payton passes to Jordan. Out to the right wing. Shoots it. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Payton's got his third bucket of the night. As you said, Greg, there are a ton of sibling pairs in the NBA. Even more, Clark, if you include the D-League.
Well, you start with the Plumlees, the Gasols, the Teagues, Zellers. For twins, you have the Lopez twins, Morris twins, the Zellers, Gasols, Teagues, Steph, and Seth Curry. Count 2 with the D-League.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see.
Oh, my goodness. He's just getting nasty on them now. Wow.
Yeah, now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out those incredibly slick moves.
Man, like a Ginsu knife, just slicing and dicing.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Pia. Chicago making some changes. Portis, he's checked in for Gasol. And Mirotic subbed in for McDermott. Pippen dishes to Jordan. Back to Pippen. Shot is off. Great D that time from Gibson. Bulls trail by 12. And Mirotic kicks to Dunleavy. Dives for it, but they recover it. Here's Portis. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense. Active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Jordan. It's hauled in by the Bulls. 52 seconds left to play here in the half. The shot by Butler, nobody around. And again, no good by Chicago. Hitting 47% from the floor since the end of the first quarter. Three-pointer. They get it again. Here's Jordan. Tries it again. And that's 2 points on the layup. Jordan's got 8 points.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Here's Gibson. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 4 assists now tonight.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
The drive by Jordan. And that one's good. Jordan's got 6 points in the quarter.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Bulls trail by 14. Here's Dunleavy. Gibson the screen. Fades and shoots. Here's Payton. Finished off the break. 8 points for him.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer.
A dominating for
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just about.
And as we welcome you back. We begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but you know, anything can happen.
Some good numbers for Gasol. He's got 14 points, and when it comes to rebounding, he's had a nice night there, too.
He's not afraid to mix it up there in the middle, getting in there and doing a lot of the dirty work.
Tipping off the second half. Here's Steve Clifford's 5. Gary Payton is out there with Michael Jordan. Then it's O'Neal. Then it's Kemp, and it's Pippen in at the 3 spot. Brooks. And the shot's good after hitting off the rim. Brooks has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Payton passes to O'Neal. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Gasol's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Gasol setting the pick for McDermott. He kicks it to Brooks. 6 to shoot. Here's Butler. The 18-footer is right on the mark.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Clark, one thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And you love to see that, Kevin. I mean, I love watching unselfish play, and I know Greg enjoys that, too.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Brooks outside. Back to Butler. At the elbow, it's Gasol. Tries from 16. That one rolling around and rims out.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Stolen by Brooks. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Gibson setting a pick for Brooks. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Brooks has got 8 points.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Payton kicks to Shaq. Got a piece of it. Gasol with the steal. To the inside. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Taj Gibson.
And guys, what a strange rookie campaign for Dougie McBuckets. I mean, he entered the draft as a polished sharpshooter. The Bulls traded up in the first round to get him, and he ended up playing 9 minutes a game over the course of last season.
Kobe attacking. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Brooks. Bulls trail by 12. In the corner, it's McDermott. Noah dishes to Brooks. Good, and a nice assist from Noah. And 11 points for Brooks. And on the topic of Doug McDermott, one of the most decorated college players in recent history. And Clark, you called a lot of his games.
Yeah, enjoyed watching him play, and I still think he has a bright future. Just never found any real rhythm. Averaged only 3 points a game, but he didn't get much playing time. So look for him to bounce back in the years going forward.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
Chicago calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
It's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He told Gasol that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
And thanks for that story, Doris.
Really an extraordinary game for Johnson. 9 points, and he's also been picking up some nice assists here and there, too.
And Clark, that needs to continue. When he has an opportunity to get an open teammate the ball, he has got to make that a priority.
Butler kicks to Brooks. Back to Butler. Shot clock at 6. Shot's good. 16 points for Pau Gasol.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Here's Bryant. Chicago grabs the miss. Gasol's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Brooks outside. Now the pass to Butler. Gasol kicks to Brooks. For the 3. Wilkins gets the rebound.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
All right, a chance to see some stats for Noah. A very nice season for him last year. He was around 7 points per, 9 rebounds and 4 assists. And every team needs a good backup big to spell the starters, and that's what he brings to the table.
Well, he realizes his role. I mean, rebounding, setting screens, protecting the rim. Anything else is a bonus.
Portis, he's checked in for Chicago. Mirotic comes in for McDermott.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Malone with the block. Here's Kobe. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. And that's 10 points for Kobe Bryant.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Noah the screen, and Brooks. Here we go. Bulls moving the ball around. And the 3 off target.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one. He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
That's good.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Wilkins, that's good. Bulls trail by 15. Brooks, the pass to Noah. Back to Brooks. The tray. Count the bucket. Brooks has got 12 points here in the second half.
As long as they keep spraying them from deep, we're going to have ourselves one exciting finish.
Yeah, it took them a while, but now they're starting to get into a flow from outside. And boy, is that time.
And last year, not exactly up to Noah's lofty standards. It was way down in field goal percentage and free throw percentages compared to the season before, but he did not play completely healthy all of last year either.
A little dinged up, missed 13 games more than he had the season prior, and also the minutes dropped as well. And you could just see him laboring at times on the floor, clearly affected by those injuries.
From outside the arc, and there's Mirotic on the assist by Noah. Mirotic has got it back down to single digits for the Bulls. Johnson goes in. Here's Malone. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one. And, you know, going back to Noah last season, I think the additions to the Bulls front court had an effect on him. I mean, they added Gasol and Mirotic, 2 major talents up front. I think that gave Noah less opportunities than he'd had the year before, and it was an adjustment for him.
Payton dishes to Bird. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got his 6th rebound on the night. Butler attacking. Butler missing again.
And guys, talking about Joakim Noah, he was still the spirit of that team last season. Amongst all the great talents the Bulls had, Noah was that energizer and catalyst for the team. A true warrior, even in an off year.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Malone kicks to Bird. Outside Jordan. Pass to O'Neal. Poked away. Butler against Jordan. Kicks it to Brooks. Pulls up on the wing. O'Neal with the rebound. O'Neal's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Jordan. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Jordan's got 14 points for the game. And we're getting underway here in the 4th quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Chicago with the ball, down by 12. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers, and that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Butler and McDermott filling out the perimeter, and it's Brooks in at the point. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
Substitution, David Robinson. Dominic Wilkins.
Gasol a screen. Brooks kicks to McDermott. 5 to shoot. 3-pointer, Butler. The Bulls keep it alive. Feeds to McDermott. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. McDermott's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for Chicago. Payton kicks to Jordan. And Butler sends it back. Payton against Brooks. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Gary Payton.
It's been a good night for Brooks. 16 points and a huge helping of assists as well.
No doubt about it. He's the conductor, the band leader, Clark. And this offense has really performed at a high level.
He hits the 2nd from the line. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
Yeah, defensively, some really good pressure being applied, though, so you've got to give credit there. It seems like they've been rattled a little bit.
Greg, you think they've been rattled?
They have, Kevin, but that's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backcourt has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part, and I'm not talking about leaving count.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
Shots good by Butler.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Here's Jordan. Nice touch on the bank shot.
What a nice touch that time from Michael Jordan.
Bulls trail by 10. Brooks kicks to Butler. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. He feeds it to Gibson. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Taj Gibson at the line for the Bulls. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And both free throws good from Gibson. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And Bryant kicks to Kemp. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Butler passes to Brooks. All alone. It's rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got his 4th rebound in this one. The 3, Pippen, and he gets it to go.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Here's Gibson, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Bulls trail by 11. Brooks dishes to Gasol. Butler kicks to Gibson. The baseline J. It's Chicago with another bucket. Gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Johnson attacking. That's good.
And this collapse we've seen by their interior defense, it's really the reason why they've struggled and are in such a hole.
Butler against Johnson. Down low. Stolen by Ewing. Fast break. Here they come. And Bryant the bucket on the assist by Pippen. Pippen's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. And it's Brooks in the corner. Off target from 3-point range. Gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. And Bryant gets it to go.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
From deep, Brooks. Brooks can't get that one to fall. Gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Kemp passes to Pippen, puts up a 3, and it's Chicago with the rebound.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
No way you can sneak that shot by him, Greg. I mean, he was all on top of that one.
Butler kicks to Gasol. Gasol, a screen on Johnson. Shot clock at 5. Again, the miss by Brooks.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Bulls trail by 15. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
And slam dunk by Butler.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement. Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things. maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. Guys, I know we've been battling. You may feel a little bit gassed, but we got to dig deep right now and find a way. Take a deep breath and let's get it done. Kevin?
And that one's good. Brooks.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, I agree. Got to use some clock here.
The 17-footer. Malone, good.
I mean, if you're looking to get back into this game, you have to get tougher defensively.
Brooks outside. Noah with a screen for Brooks. Three-pointer, Butler. The rebound by Kobe Bryant.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Bulls trail by 15. McDermott can't get it to go.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Drexler drives in. There's the bucket. Good.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim.
McDermott kicks to Butler. And again, no good by Chicago. Gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Johnson. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
He's fortunate that shot found the bottom of the bucket. It wasn't the highest quality look.
Gibson the screen. The drive by Brooks. Butler dishes to Gibson. Stolen by O'Neal. And here comes the break. Here's Johnson. That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense has given him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
Brooks, the pass to Noah. Back to Brooks. And here's McDermott to halt the run. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Terrific effort on that shot. I mean, he's given up a lot of inches in that mismatch.
Well, height, who cares about height? I mean, it's just a number. Hey, you got to go with what you got. And he took what he had right at it there.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Portis, he's checked in for Gibson. Dunleavy comes in for Jimmy Butler. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Aaron Brooks. The Bulls making a switch here. Mirotic is checked in. And Chicago has possession. And Holiday kicks to Mirotic. It's good from long range.
And they're clearly finishing strong here, but not enough time to pull it out.
Yeah, it does look like they're going to end on a high note. Too bad this run didn't develop sooner for them.
That's his second personal foul.
Free throw, good. Bryant.
Kobe Bryant. 2 shots.
Bryant hits them both. And so here is Chicago. Dunleavy for 3. The rebound by Kobe Bryant. Johnson against Holiday. The visiting club takes the win on the road. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot.
The 2K Sports postgame show.